Hey, puppy trades! This video is so important. I am only going to say the word gematria once. I'm only going to say the word once. And that was it. Okay? Now, it's important, but this topic is too important to talk about what you're looking at right here. I wish the whole world was ready for this. The whole world isn't ready for this, but I do believe this was so blatant. This was so blatant that it is part of something called the Great Awakening. But I'm not going to say the G word in this video. I'm not going to say the G word in this video because this topic needs to reach the masses. I am only going to talk about things that we all can agree on. We can all agree on. Okay? Let's look at, this is scary stuff. I mean, to me, I'm one person. I'm one person. Like, legitimately, if I died tomorrow, I really wouldn't care. I mean, like, seriously, like if I died tomorrow, I don't think I would care. Okay? The reason that I say that is because this video needs to reach people who actually, because the reason I don't care if I died tomorrow is because I know I'd miss what's coming. Like, that's how big this is. That's how big this is. There are going to be people who are dead right now, and you are going to envy them because what's coming is worse than 9/11 and it's worse than the pandemic. Okay? This video needs to reach a lot of people, and I'm going to try to tell you guys exactly what the New World Order is planning. But it's really unbelievable. Okay? So, the first thing we all need to agree on. In this picture, we can clearly see Joe Biden is wearing a mask. You can clearly see next to his ear there is a square. Okay? Joe Biden is clearly wearing a mask in this photo. And this photo was taken while Joe Biden was allegedly president. So we all just need to agree on that. Joe Biden is wearing a mask. That's all we need to agree on. The second thing we need to agree on is Fox News article, June 1st. Trump shares post saying Joe Biden was executed and replaced with clones. Okay? So we just looked. I mean, these are just facts. This picture is from Getty Images. Don't get mad at me. This picture is from Getty Images. Don't get mad at me. I didn't Photoshop this. I didn't put this square. I don't know how to. You guys have seen my thumbnails. I don't know how to Photoshop. All right? Joe Biden is wearing a mask in this picture. I didn't say this. This is what Trump said. I did say this, but Trump said it, and that's more important than me saying it. Trump shares post saying Biden was executed and replaced with clones. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. The True Social Post claims Biden was replaced with soulless, mindless entities. Trump shares post saying Biden was executed and replaced with clones. There is no Joe Biden. He was executed in 2020. Clones and doubles are what we see. Donald Trump reposted this. Or you don't think that means anything? Just go start retweeting the most awful, horrible things on your Twitter account. You don't think that matters? Just go repost the most awful, terrible things on Twitter. Oh, or will that reflect on your opinion? Anyway, Trump shares a post saying there is no Joe Biden, executed in 2020 and replaced with doubles. This is a picture of Joe Biden post 2020 from Getty Images showing him clearly wearing a silicone skin mask. By the way, for the wokies out there, this is why you had to wear a mask. There's many reasons you had to wear a mask. One of them was to program you for this. Yeah, this was mind control. I don't even have the Gematria tab open. Because this video is too big for Gematria. Do you not get it? What's coming is too important to confuse someone with Gematria. We just have to look at the facts everyone's talking about. Fact number 3. You can say what you want about this. Joe Rogan is the biggest podcast in the world. You can say he's right, you can say he's left, whatever. Joe Rogan and entertains Charlie Kirk conspiracy theory doesn't make any sense. Joe Rogan is not buying the story that is being presented regarding Charlie Kirk's assassination. Okay? Now, I'm going to invite you to do your own research into this. But you got to admit, from Erica Kirk being in this close relationship with Donald Trump and having this Romanian, she had a Romanian, she's banned from Romania, apparently. I think she's banned from Romania because the Romanian Angels Ministry had been accused of trafficking. Anyway, when I was 19, I was in Romania trafficking children with my Christian ministry while I was taking pictures with Donald Trump and being in his pageant. That's what I was doing when I was 19. I don't know about you. So, Erica Kirk's a little interesting. I mean, if you just look, by the way, besides Jimmy Kimmel, probably telling you to buy Disney, by the way. Besides Jimmy Kimmel, you search Charlie Kirk, just go search Charlie. It's not even a conspiracy. Like, every single post is saying that something is odd with the shooting. Every single post. It took them years to question 9/11. It took them months to question COVID. It took them weeks to question October 7th. And it took them days to question the murder of Charlie Kirk. This is actually a pretty important post. This is a pretty good summary of what's going on and what's coming. So we're waking up, all right? Everyone's waking up. This isn't necessarily a good thing. All right, it's not necessarily a good thing that you're waking up. That's not necessarily good. Because you are part of a controlled agenda. Notice, you search Joe Rogan, biggest podcast in the world. There's all these strange anomalies. This is my Twitter. When you go on my burner Twitter, it's all As a matter of fact, let's do that. Let's just go to my burner Twitter and see. It won't take me more than 5 minutes. It's all videos. I mean, there's a video where a chair goes through the table. There's all types of videos. It probably won't take me much scrolling at all. It's a lot of football. Here's one. Just scrolling my feed. Promoted to me on Twitter. Does Erica Kirk look like she just lost her husband and father to her children? How many wives out there could act like this 2 weeks after your husband was assassinated in front of the entire world? The whole point, X is pushing this. Okay? So there's another thing. There we go. Here's one. This is just scrolling. This morning, dispatch strange things. Dispatchers remark about there was no autopsy done. That's kind of strange. They don't perform an autopsy. Anyway, there's no autopsy. The video of Charlie Kirk being assassinated is very strange. There's these weird connections. Here, okay. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. I just feel like that I need to give some examples of this. Everyone is questioning the Charlie Kirk narrative. Like, this isn't really debatable. Let's just see. What happens when I search Charlie Kirk Israel on X? Israel assassinated Charlie Kirk, and now the blank have literally overtaken his show. So we got Ben Shapiro and his wife. All right. I mean, people are like waking up to this. I was told by someone close to Charlie Kirk that Charlie thinks Israel will kill him if he turns against them. Netanyahu speaks for 2 minutes about how Israel did not... Is this real? This has to be a parody, right? Did he really do this? Netanyahu speaks for 2 minutes about how Israel... This can't be real. That's gotta be... If that's real, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Repost if you think Charlie Kirk was assassinated by Israel. 1.8 thousand views. Or 1.8 thousand reposts. Let's look at this one. What happens when you search Charlie Kirk Valhalla? You guys all heard about this. Valhalla, Beauty Queens, and Erica Kirk. I might watch this actually. Kash Patel didn't say R.I.P. Charlie. He didn't say see you in heaven. He said see you in Valhalla. That's not a eulogy. That's witness protection speak for the hopium junkies. It's ritual language. And if you think it's just cute Norse florist, remember Erica Kirk's grandfather was Grand Chief of the Independent, what is this true? Independent Order of Vikings, knighted by the Knight of Sweden. Valhalla isn't a metaphor for his family, it's his lineage. So people are finding all types of, people are figuring out, and this is a really important one. People are figuring out with Charlie Kirk, just to put it frankly, celebrities are faking their death to be in witness protection. So if you don't know this, this is a big one. They are going to tell you Charlie Kirk, Liam Payne, and Matthew Perry faked their death. I guarantee it. In fact, I will even go as far to tell you, to promise you, to swear to you. I have been told by federal government officials that they will tell you for a fact, at least, that Matthew Perry faked his death. I can guarantee you Liam Payne and Charlie Kirk are going to be on that list as well. Who are they in witness protection against? Who are they in witness protection against? I haven't heard anything about this guy in 5 minutes. Epstein. Apparently, Charlie Kirk was investigating Epstein. He was getting a little too close to Epstein. He wanted the list released. Everyone's begging for the list to be released. All right? Everyone's begging for the list to be released. They're saying Israel killed Charlie Kirk because he looked into Epstein too much. And they're saying, if they're really woke, they're saying Charlie Kirk is in witness protection. So let's get 3 kind of levels to this Charlie Kirk thing. Level 1 is, quote unquote, Israel killed Charlie Kirk. That's kind of like not really thinking too much. That's kind of like, that's what they want you to think. Number 2 is Israel killed Charlie Kirk. I demand we release the Epstein list. You're going to get that Epstein list. You're going to get that list. That's a good time to transition into a stock. But number 3 is then they're going to tell you Charlie Kirk ain't even dead. Charlie Kirk is in witness protection. That's why Kash Patel said, I'll see you in Valhalla. Okay? That's kind of, so what they're going to do, they're going to bring back dead celebrities. I don't know how many years back they're going to go. Liam Payne, Matthew Perry, and Charlie Kirk, I guarantee you, they will walk those people out on a stage and tell you they were in witness protection. Who were they in witness protection against? What type of people? What type of people were they in witness protection against? Let's just say, broadly speaking, liberal, elite, pedos. So Charlie Kirk was investigating Epstein too much. He's this big time person, and here's what they told him. Charlie, we're taking care of the whole Epstein thing. We're arresting people like Joe Biden who consumed a drug called adrenochrome. I'm not even going to get into adrenochrome in this video. All you need to know is adrenochrome is a drug that gets people extremely, extremely high. Like it's literally the strongest drug in the world, and it is harvested by torturing children in unfathomable ways, including literally cutting holes in their body and blank. Anyway, Charlie Kirk is in witness protection. So is Matthew Perry, Hollywood. All right, Liam Payne, the music industry. Liam Payne had a really uncomfortable talk with P. Diddy. His story is crazy. So they are going to show you videos of Joe Biden. They're going to show you videos of Joe Biden in Guantanamo Bay. I believe James Comey is the first arrest that shocks the world, because it's the end of September. Okay? Bear with me for a little bit. Pete Hegseth is calling a historic meeting of the generals. He's calling a historic meeting of the generals. This is a record-breaking historic meeting of the generals. And it's in Quantico. Think about that big Q for a little bit. Quantico. Okay? That big Q. It's in Quantico. Okay? We're not going to get into that Q too much. But this meeting is taking place on September 30th, which is the last day of September. What's the most famous song about the end of September besides the song September? Wake me up when September ends. So there's a large cult, Donald Trump's cult, that believes there's going to be something called Red October. And you can go read these posts. This was trending. Pete Hegseth has ordered all military generals to meet on 9/30, the largest meeting of military generals in American history. The next day is 10/1, Red October. The hunt is on. Stunning. Trump stuns reporters after declaring Barack Obama will face justice. So Comey is first. Comey is first. But eventually, I guarantee you this, eventually they're going to get to Biden. And they're already telling you about Biden. One, he's wearing a mask. Two, Donald Trump is literally saying that Biden was replaced with a body double and a clone. Three is with Biden is I just completely lost my train of thought. The third thing that they're going to tell you with Biden, once they get to him, oh, yeah, auto pen. They're already telling you this about Biden. They're already telling you that Joe Biden was President Auto Pen. This was like 5 minutes ago. This is the official White House account. It's got Joe Biden's presidency as Auto Pen. Not even a picture of Joe Biden. This is in the White House. It's a picture of Auto Pen. Okay, it's not even they got a picture of it's not a political thing. They have a picture of every single other president. Then they got Auto Pen. Then they got Joe Biden wearing a mask. So Comey's first. Then they're going to get to Obama. But Joe Biden, I guarantee you, they're going to tell you Joe Biden was executed in Guantanamo Bay. So they're going to tell you that. They're going to tell you that Charlie Kirk is in witness protection and he's alive. All right, so they're going to start telling you dead celebrities are alive. They're going to start telling you that Joe Biden is a body double wearing a mask. All right, I guarantee you that. Let's get into a little more. All right, the mark of the beast and digital ID. All right, so I'm going to try to be quick with this. You need to know Bitcoin is like Napster. Ripple XRP was like Spotify. So, Charlie Kirk hinted that he may have owned Ripple. I had this pulled up. Charlie Kirk hinted He didn't own Bitcoin, but he owned the utility of cryptocurrency. All right? So, Charlie Kirk may have secretly owned XRP. Was Charlie Kirk an XRP holder? Charlie Kirk said that he said the plumbing of crypto. He said he owned the plumbing of crypto. So there's speculate. He said he owned the plumbing of crypto. He didn't say he owned XRP. Let's just be clear. He didn't come out and say I own XRP. He said I own the plumbing of crypto. Okay. Most people think that's XRP. Let's just say, this is the only hypothetical in this video. Let's just say Charlie Kirk did own XRP. Or there's rumors that he did. We can say that's a fact. There's rumors Charlie Kirk owned XRP. Okay? So, he is investigating Epstein. Okay? Bitcoin was used to traffic children and purchase adrenochrome. Charlie Kirk was investigating Epstein. It's a viral theory that Israel, if they didn't kill Charlie Kirk, what they did at least do is they replaced him on his show. Okay? So, Bitcoin was used to traffic children. That's really important. Donald Trump has said he's going to save the children. Okay? So Bitcoin was used to traffic children. Ripple is like Napster. Bitcoin is like Bitcoin is like Napster. Ripple is Spotify. Ripple is legal. Ripple's doing everything the right way. Bitcoin did everything illegally like Napster. So Bitcoin is Napster. Ripple is going to be ushered in as the institutional, better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to crash extremely hard, and Ripple is going to go to the moon. This is because they are going to say Bitcoin was used to traffic children. They are going to tell you, liberal celebrities, for example, Joe Biden, probably the best example. Now they're saying Obama used adrenochrome, used Bitcoin to traffic children and purchase adrenochrome, and they were tried in Guantanamo Bay. Joe Biden was executed for his crimes against humanity. Okay? So Charlie Kirk and his death and the Israel thing, and he invested in Ripple, and Joe Rogan is saying don't buy the story. Everyone is looking into the Israel connection. Everyone's saying it's because he looked into Epstein. Now Ben Shapiro's on the show. Okay? They're making this very obvious. They're indicting James Comey. They're having big, unprecedented military meetings. Okay? So, eventually what they're going to do is they're going to show you recordings of Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton in Guantanamo Bay being questioned. So these are called the tapes. Okay? This is what if you ever hear someone say release the tapes, those are the tapes they're referring to. So AMC has some lore. The first bit of lore is these tapes, the movies. Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3 of Wave 3 is going to occur. All right? Very valid while AMC is above 2.45. That AMC is going to explode. At least go to the meeting of this pitchfork. Okay? That's the first bit of lore. The second bit of lore, Planet of the Apes. The movies, the AMC traders are called apes. All right, everyone knows that. They released Ape Coin, or they released the Ape dividend. You can look into the Ape dividend if you have any debate about that. AMC investors are called apes. Planet of the Apes is obviously a movie, but there's a different type of movie we're going to get into. Okay? What you need to understand, these children that were being trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein and being violated by liberal politicians, these children are in underground tunnels. Okay, these children are in underground tunnels, and that's why Donald Trump using weather weapons is a good thing. Okay? The unprecedented Hurricane Milton, the strongest hurricane ever. So, Donald Trump's Q cult believes whenever there's these crazy unprecedented storms, these crazy unprecedented floods, look up the flood in Texas, a great example of a water event where the water rose like 30 feet in 30 minutes or something ridiculous like that. Some crazy amount of flooding in Texas. And it was where at a little girl's Christian camp. So what was everyone doing after a water event? Looking for young Christian girls. All right, that'd be a good example of a water event. So what would a member of Q say? They'd say that water event is Donald Trump using weather weapons to flood out the satanic underground child trafficking centers. Okay? So what's that? What we're going to get into, there's plenty of end of the world movies. 2012 is about this. San Andreas is about this. That's at least two. There's tons of others. Greenland's about this. I mean, just off the top of my head. There's so many movies about this. We're mostly referring to hurricanes and floods. Hurricane Helene floods out the tunnels in Asheville, North Carolina at the Biltmore Estate. Look it up. Hurricane Milton floods the trafficking centers in Disney World. Look it up. The Texas flood does the floods out the underground trafficking centers in that Texas area, and that's why they're talking about those little girls in the summer camp. Okay? We're talking mostly about the Southeast. Well, I haven't talked about the West Coast yet. Okay? So, the fires in California are one good example. But here's what's going to happen. There is going to be a mega earthquake in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Seattle. The Cascadia subduction zone and the San Andreas faults are about to erupt. Buildings are going to collapse. If you want to live, if you really want to live, I would tell you the next 9/11, it's not going to be two towers that fall. It's going to be a lot of apartment buildings, a lot of skyscrapers in San Francisco and Seattle and Los Angeles that collapse. And they're going to collapse just like those towers did. 9/11 was predictive programming for this, because those earthquakes are going to cause a tsunami. And the Seattle, Tacoma, San Francisco, Oregon, and Los Angeles trafficking tunnels are going to be flooded out. Okay? Donald Trump plays the Antichrist. He calls himself MAGA. MAGA is the Church of Satan. That's a fact. That's just literally a fact. The MAGA is literally the Church of Satan. I mean, that's I keep looking up MAGA Satanism. Anyone who looks at my search history is gonna think I'm nuts. But MAGA is a high degree of Satanism. Okay? MAGA in the context of Satanism refers to the title MAGA or Magus, which denotes a level of priesthood within the Church of Satan, founded by Anton LaVey. Okay? So if you live in San Francisco, Seattle, Los Angeles, Vancouver, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, yeah, there is going to be a mega earthquake, and it is going to cause a tsunami. Okay? Just letting you know. You can say I'm full of crap, whatever. We look at AMC. A big rally calls for a big sacrifice. I think your movie is 2012. Go watch 2012. I didn't realize until I watched it again. 2012 is about earthquakes causing lots of tsunamis. I didn't realize that. 2012 is about earthquakes causing lots of tsunamis. You can AMC the movie, the apes, the tapes, the water events. I'm just saying, if you want to live, I'd be looking at that real sky-high apartment lease in Seattle and San Francisco and Los Angeles a lot different. So, you know, AMC is just one meme stock, just a little more evidence. GameStop's going to enter wave 3, 1, 2. The games are going to stop. You know that phrase, the games are going to stop? Like, this isn't going to be a game anymore. It's kind of funny. It's kind of silly. They're talking about AutoPen. But there's going to be a scare event, okay? And when that scare event happens, maybe it's the earthquake, okay? There's not going to be anymore. It's not going to be funny anymore. All right, game over. So we look at GameStop. Just real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1. ABC, wave 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1. ABC, wave 2. 1, 2, wave 3 of wave 3. GameStop and AMC are about to explode. And I have other examples of meme stocks. I posted about them recently. You look at Nokia, another one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, ABC, wave 2. Nokia is going to explode. All the meme stocks, remember, all the meme stocks are going to follow Palantir. You remember Palantir was a meme stock? Silver. I mean, you don't think people are going to be freaking out when silver, I mean, First Majestic Silver is about to go, like, parabolic. Like, First Majestic Silver is going to, like, have a rally that, like, scares people. It's going to be, like, when oil rallies and Bitcoin rallies, people freak out. Like, people straight up freak out. First Majestic Silver, meme stock, that's going to explode. AMC is going to explode. GameStop's going to explode. Nokia's going to explode. So, Ripple and the Mark of the Beast, Donald Trump and the Church of Satan is MAGA. He's leading MAGA. Okay? What's the Mark of the Beast in the Bible? It's the Antichrist who ushers in the Mark of the Beast. Just to be extremely clear, Ripple XRP is the Mark of the Beast system. XRP is going to replace SWIFT. All right? I have literally worked with the government. You can say I'm making this up or not. I can prove this. I'm literally working with the government, and probably one of my biggest jobs is to warn people that XRP is going to take over the financials. Like, that's probably my biggest job. Besides the dividend thing, besides the Elliott wave, my biggest job in the government as a sleeper agent handler is to tell you that XRP is the mark of the beast. Like, that's the sole purpose. Like, that if someone had to say, like, what would you, like, get fired? Like, I have to tell you this. I literally have to tell you this. I have to tell you this. I literally have to tell you this. I'm not kidding. Like, the most important thing, it's really like, I have to tell you this. Social media influencers have handlers in the federal government. I have a handler in the federal government. I have to tell you this. I have to tell you that XRP is going to be the mark of the beast. I have to. I have to. I have no choice. Like, this is literally, I didn't believe in the Illuminati. I believed in the Illuminati. I'm an investigative journalist. People were talking, like, after 2020, like, I didn't play. The government was like, yo, like, you put this in your body or you can't go get groceries. And I was done. Like, I can't work unless I take Pfizer's experimental. Get the hell out of here. Like, you're out of your mind. No way. So I went undercover and I met federal agents. Okay? And they were waiting for me. We kind of worked the deal out. All right? I had my spoils. I got, my promises. But I also have a job to do within the Illuminati. I have to tell you about XRP. I have to tell you XRP is the mark of the beast. And I have to tell you this. So, what's another thing going on? All while this is happening, England is pushing for digital ID. All while this is happening, England is pushing for digital ID. All right, you can look into this. In China, if you do not have all your jabs, pandemic started in China, if you don't have all your jabs, you go to quarantine camp and your digital ID tracks your jabs. So here's how this blockchain thing is going to work. Okay? XRP is the mark of the beast. Now, just for like pure investing purposes, for me, I don't only invest in XRP. I don't need to go heavy in XRP. If I'm right about XRP and it goes to 10,000, then I could have invested like $200 and I'd be pretty damn happy. Okay. Anyway, I invest in XRP. I also invest in Solana, Dogecoin, the Dogecoin liquidity meme, the Dogecoin tsunami. Like, it's not just gonna be XRP, it's a whole network. But XRP is the mark of the beast. XRP is the phoenix. Like, do I think Dogecoin is gonna moon during all this? Yeah. Like, do I honestly, I don't think Bitcoin's topped. Okay? So like I said, eventually at some point, Bitcoin crashes and XRP explodes. Now, what if I'm wrong about that? What if Bitcoin goes to Jupiter and XRP goes to Jupiter I still made money. Okay? I'm exposed to Bitcoin. I'll tell you guys when I'm not. I also hedge Bitcoin with WNTR. So anyway, XRP is going to enter wave 3 of wave 3 of wave 3. It's going to explode. It's going to be synced up with biotech. Okay? Just to be a little quick here, biotech, just to be really quick, goes 1, 2, 3. All right, biotech's gonna explode, and this is like a long-term time to buy biotech. This is not like a short-term. It's gonna blow off top. This is like a great time in the cycle. And this isn't investment advice. I'm just saying from my unprofessional opinion. This is a great time for biotech in the long term. This is like a multi-year thing. Okay? Novavax and Moderna are about to explode. Novavax 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, ABC wave 2, wave 3 of wave 3. XBI is going to enter wave 3 of wave 3, shallow wave 4, wave 5 correction higher. I'll update when it hits 150 at least. So we did Novavax on the short term. Okay. So they're going to tell you this whole Epstein thing. All right, they're going to tell you this whole Epstein thing, and there's going to be a riot. Okay, so Bitcoin mining stock Riot is going to be synced up with rioting in the streets. Wave 1, wave 2, 1, 2, wave 3 of wave 3. Speaking of those tsunamis, Mara is going to be synced up. Mara means the water in Latin. Okay? Mara is going to enter wave 3 of wave 3. It means the water. The only reason I talk about Riot and Mara is because I just made a whole video about Bitcoin mining stocks, so go watch that. The only reason I talk about Mara and Riot is literally just because of their names. Riot is going to be synced up with riots related to the Epstein files and these arrests of Democratic politicians. It could be ICE as well, obviously. But there's gonna be lots of riots, way worse than George Floyd. Let's just say that there's gonna be rioting that makes us forget about George Floyd. Riots, in the most respectful way possible. Okay. By the way, just about the earthquake, the pandemic was programming for the earthquake. Coronavirus, the crown virus, is the corona, the sun. The ring of fire, the sun, the sun's the ring of fire. The ring of fire refers to the ring of fire earthquake, okay? Anyway, the first case of COVID in America was in Seattle. Seattle's where the megaquake is. It's the next 9/11. Marshawn Lynch has the Beastquake. Taylor Swift, like the Swift financial system, like XRP, replaces Swift, is going to rally tremendously. Taylor Swift caused an earthquake in Seattle. You need to look that up. All right. So riot for those Epstein riots. Mara, because Mara means the water. There's going to be a water event. So your digital ID is going to be synced up. Your digital ID is going to be synced up with your vaccine history. All right. That's the whole point. Otherwise, they wouldn't care about this at all. Moderna goes wave 1, wave 2. It's going to end the super cycle wave 3 and head into the 500s. Okay? Moderna is going to rally with Novavax. Okay? And it is it obviously is going to be, they're going to use blockchain, they're going to use cryptocurrency. Even if it's not Ripple, I mean, it wasn't Ripple. It was Dogecoin, pup. I'm trying to warn the world about like the New World Order agenda and potentially save their life. Like if I'm wrong about like one detail, I don't care. Okay, I own Dogecoin. So if it's Zcash, I missed out. Damn. The Zcash bulls are crazy. Moderna. Wave 1, Wave 2, we finally reached that Wave 3 time fib. Wave 3 of Wave 3, just like Novavax. Okay? So, the digital ID, your vaccine history is going to be synced up with your ability to pay. If you can't pay, you can't pay if you don't have your updated vaccines. And blockchain is going to confirm that. All right? By the way, in some parts of this country, during these events, it's not going to seem like such a bad thing at the time. They're going to have camps. Okay? CWH, Wave 1, Wave 2, could be getting ready for Wave 3 of Wave 3. We'll see. Just a fun fact. So, real quick, just on silver, commodities are about to explode. I've talked about this. Your housing prices aren't going down. Made a video about that. Silver is going to explode, and Bitcoin is going to explode, and altcoins are going to explode so rapidly during all this, people are going to think that the dollar is messed up. So people are going to FOMO into these investments extremely hard, and people are going to think that the dollar is messed up. Okay? They're going to freak out. Fun fact. I don't know why I threw that in there, but they're going to freak out about the dollar, and there's going to be bank runs most likely. Oh, by the way, they're going to be getting all of you guys extremely intoxicated during this. Okay? Tilray, they're gonna reschedule marijuana. So Tilray goes 5 waves up. They're gonna reschedule marijuana. Tilray goes 5 waves up. Wave 1. So at minimum, bulls are looking for 1, 2, 3. The bears are going to say this is ABC. Even if this was wave 2, barely any low to 80 cents before wave 3 of wave 3. If this is 5 waves up from the super cycle low, like I remember Tilray exploded with the meme stocks. So this is technically a meme stock, but I do think what they're going to do is they're going to legalize cannabis so you believe all this. And I think what they're going to do, by the way, I think they're going to legalize cannabis, and while everyone with no tolerance is getting blazed as heck, they're going to tell you stuff like this. They're going to tell you stuff like, oh, Charlie Kirk's still alive. All right, so I'm going to try to, just for the religious aspects, they are going to get aliens involved. They're going to say a few things. I'm going to get into it really quickly. By the way, untouched chart of UFO. Damn, I'm good. Anyway. This is most likely. This is my untouched. I called this perfectly. I couldn't have done it any better. Not possible. They say impossible is not a word. It is impossible for me to have predicted this any better. I'm gonna say though it's gonna go to 50. Anyway, UFO. The New Jersey drones. Okay. I posted about, this is a thing when there was an earthquake in Turkey. I've already posted the evidence for this. There were UFO sightings. You can just go look up UFO sightings. They're everywhere. But there were UFO sightings in Turkey, or Istanbul, Turkey, before the earthquake in earlier this year. This huge earthquake in Istanbul. And there were UFO sightings during that time. It is also a fact that there were UFO sightings. Sightings before the Japan earthquake. And just if we can't agree on anything, in 2011, By the way, March 11th, pandemic declared March 11th. The Japan earthquake was March 11th. Okay? But ancient. So Ancient Aliens has a whole episode about this. This is just a fact. Ancient Aliens has a whole episode about this. Okay? Go look this up on YouTube. Go look this up on YouTube. The show Ancient Aliens has an entire episode about this. Anyway, there were lots of UFO sightings in Japan before the earthquake that was declared on March 11th. Remember, pandemic, first case of COVID in Seattle in America. That's where the Beastquake was that Marshawn Lynch caused, that Taylor Swift caused. Taylor Swift's father founded Swift. Swift is going to be replaced with XRP. XRP is about to explode. All right? Mega earthquake in Seattle, just like the first case of COVID was in Seattle. Towers and buildings are going to fall, just like 9/11. Boeing, anagram for big one, located in Seattle. So Boeing's an anagram for the big one. It's located in Seattle. Boeing often moves with oil, so let's just do oil real quickly. XOP, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1. ABC, wave 2. Wave 3 of wave 3. So I just wanted to get into, real quick, I wanted to get into oil real quick, in case a whole Pete Hegseth thing with the generals and the big meeting plays out. XOP is going to 239. Oxy, SLB. I post about oil a bunch. Go check it out. Oil is about to rip. Natural gas is about to rip. So, that could line up with Boeing, because Boeing's a defense stock, obviously. So, if this whole Pete Hegseth World War thing plays out, and they go nuclear war, World War III, okay, that could happen. Boeing and oil say that could happen. I'll make a video about the stay-at-home stocks, but the stay-at-home stocks say it could just be a pandemic too. Just to be fair. The stay-at-home stocks say it could be a pandemic. The Boeing and oil say it could just be World War III. I think it's going to be what they're going to tell you. Aliens. Seattle has the Space Needle. Aliens are the Antichrist. They're going to, the false, the Nephilim, the whatever. They're going to tell you that obviously government spacecraft are aliens. Obviously. They're going to tell you government spacecraft are aliens. And they're going to tell you aliens from a planet called Nibiru, Planet X, like XRP, like Twitter is called X now. They're going to tell you aliens from planet Nibiru caused these mega earthquakes. Okay? XRP is going to be implemented. XRP is the mark of the beast. In Revelation, there's a great earthquake. So Donald Trump's the Antichrist. He's going to play Jesus. He's going to save these children by using these hurricanes and tsunamis to flood out underground tunnels and, run this mind control thing. Tell you all these celebrities while I'm telling you, conservatives are going to be blazed as heck, and then boom, Charlie Kirk's going to be alive. I promise. Conservatives are going to be all blazed out of their mind for the first time. Tilray's going to be in the 30s, and they're gonna say that Matthew Perry was in witness protection and that Joe Biden was in Gitmo. Like, that's the type of mind thing they're gonna do. AMC is gonna be in the 50s, and they're gonna play a tape of Hillary Clinton saying that they're gonna play a tape of Hillary Clinton getting arrested, and they're gonna be like, we arrested Hillary Clinton, and they're gonna be blazed out of your mind. I promise you. Like, this is literally their plan. Like, Donald Trump is playing the Antichrist. He might actually be like the literal Antichrist in the Bible, is true. He's playing the Antichrist, all right? So, in Revelation, there's this big earthquake, but in the book of Matthew, after Jesus dies, there's a big earthquake. What I talk about? Come on now, DJT, another quote-unquote meme stock. I talked about this one. getting ready to effing explode. Talks about this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1. Wave 2, wave 3 of wave 3. Great stop loss setup above 15.42. So, after the Antichrist dies, or after Jesus dies in the Bible, there's a big earthquake in the book of Revelation where the Antichrist ushers in the mark of the beast, which we know for certain is XRP, confirming your jab status for these mRNA, whatever, because Pfizer is going to explode. Novavax and Moderna are about to explode. The stay-at-home stocks are about to explode. It could be war. They're going to tell you there's this disease. They're going to tell you aliens caused earthquakes. It all leads to the mark of the beast, fam. They might even detonate a nuclear bomb. I don't know. Don't put anything over these people's heads. They are going to get you to accept Ripple as the mark of the beast. Ripple will mandate your vaccine status. All right, I'm just trying to show to whoever needs to see the proof. Novavax, Moderna, their charts are saying explosion. Ripple is saying explode. All right? I'm just trying to give you the proof. If you think Novavax and Moderna are going to go to Jupiter for no reason, I'm just saying, what's going to be the catalyst for oil? Maybe these war people are right. Maybe, we got close to World War III in June. That was, they're going to tell you, in a camp, most likely, aliens cause earthquakes, Hillary Clinton got executed, Joe Biden's a body double. The whole time, they're going to be making sure you got Ripple. But they got a way to use your body as a node in the blockchain, fam. This is literal. This is just a fact. This is just a fact. This is patent scope, and this is literally the. These are like where you apply for like patents. They have a patent for this, fam. Using cryptocurrency and using the human body this is a real patent from Microsoft, and it's called 666. This is a real patent from Microsoft, fam. I've been told by the government, I've been told by professors, this is coming. I guarantee you this. Your body is going to be a node in the blockchain. Human body activity associated with the task provided to a user may be used in a mining process of a cryptocurrency system. The person may use a task such as watching an advertisement or some way of validation. A node in the blockchain needs something to validate it. What they're going to do, you can't use groceries. You can't do anything. You can't buy or sell. It's the mark of the beast. You cannot buy or sell without XRP. XRP is going to validate whether this is literally the mark of the beast. Donald Trump is literally the Antichrist, and we're literally in the book of Revelation. All right, that's what this is. It's patent 666, fam. Human body associated with a task used to mine a cryptocurrency. It's gonna be your vaccine status. I'm trying to tell you, Moderna, Novavax, Co-Diagnostics. I'm telling you, man. I have to tell you. The government is literally making me, I'm literally in the Illuminati. I didn't believe in the Illuminati, so I joined it. I'm telling you, fam. I didn't like what the government was saying. I didn't like what the government was saying. about Joe Biden said I gotta get my jabs for a job or my employer is gonna fire me. I said, nope, this is the hill. I'm done. I infiltrated the government. The government was waiting for me, and they told me, listen, puppy trades, you gotta tell them about this. Co-diagnostics, this is testing. Testing. This is what it did in 2020. If you think co-diagnostics is just gonna go rippity, rippity, rippity with Moderna, Novavax, and Ripple, wake up. Scare event, bank runs, silver in the 70s, First Majestic silver in the hundreds, GameStop at 400. You don't think people are going to be freaking out? I have to tell you this, fam. I have to.